If you've spent any time looking for the best interest rate, you've probably realized that there's no clear answer and that interest rates could change multiple times a day. There's no idea where they're going to be in a week, a month, a year from now. And that is exactly because they follow the trends of the 10-year Treasury. The 10-year Treasury are government-backed securities that are considered one of the safest investments in the world. And a general rule of thumb with these 10-year treasuries are that when economic times are uncertain, such as COVID, and we saw mortgage rates at an all-time low, everyone is putting their money into these treasuries for the certainty of the government backing it. That means they're willing to accept a lower yield and return on investment, which in turn makes mortgage rates go lower. Whereas when they're not as uncertain with economic times, people are taking money out and they're putting it in other investment vehicles. And that makes mortgage rates go higher. Now, if you've pulled up this chart of the 10-year Treasury, you're probably wondering, why is it 4 or 5% when my interest rate is 6, 7, 8%? Well, that's because lenders are adding a spread onto the 10-year Treasury. They are typically adding anywhere from 225 to 275 basis points onto the spread. And in layman terms, that is 2.25% or 2.75%. So it ranges anywhere. It depends on the lender, the risk tolerance, and all of these other variables. For instance, I have it up on my phone right now that the 30-year fixed mortgage rate as of today is 6.99%, and the 10-year Treasury is at 4.43%. That is a 256 basis point spread. Now that we know what the 10-year Treasury is and that mortgage lenders are adding a spread onto that based on their risk tolerance, how do you find the best price lender? Well, it's not that easy. There's a general rule of thumb that the best price lender tends to have the worst operations and the best operations tend to have worse pricing. So it's how long is a piece of string? It's a very hard question to answer. But to follow day to day, if you are purchasing a home and you are going out shopping one weekend, you don't find a home you like, and you want to know where interest rates went within that time frame of the week, the best place that I have found is mortgagenewsdaily.com. What this place does is it compiles a list of rate sheets of all the top lenders. It'll add a typical scenario of, I believe it's a 760 credit score, and all it is a general following of what the average of the top lenders are pricing. So if it is 6.99% today, and next week it is 7.12%, expect your interest rate with whoever lender you're verified and pre-approved with to generally be up higher, 0.12% on average. This way, you can get a feel of how the market's moving. Why is it going up so much? I mean, if you were looking at refinancing or buying in September, interest rates have now gone up over 1% since then. And you could see how fast interest rates are moving on average across all the lenders, as well as you can follow the 10-year Treasury. But like I said, lenders are pricing based off of their risk tolerance on there. So it's not as accurate to follow the 10-year Treasury as an aggregator such as mortgagenewsdaily.com is. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Give me a call, send me an email. I'm available all the time. I will also link the website I mentioned below. And happy house hunting.